Welcome to a brand new video. So yes, and see by today's title and thumbnail, we are back with another Premier League prediction. That is right, today I'm predicting Premier League Game Week 17. So yesterday guys, Game Week 16 was full of surprises and we'll get into all that in this video. So, like the video, hit the like button, subscribe if not already. Without further ado, let's get straight in with our Premier League predictions Game Week 17. First up, kicking us off on a Friday night, it is Nottingham Forest versus Spurs. That is right, Nottingham Forest drew 1-1 to Wolves at the weekend, and I think Steve Cooper might have saved his job for one more week. That is right, I believe if Nottingham Forest lost to Wolves, Steve Cooper might have found himself out of a job. But because of that draw, I think he saved himself one more week, and this game will not be any easier because they're up against a Spurs side who beat Newcastle 4-1. That is right, guys. I still believe Spurs can't challenge for the title because Spurs are such a weird side. Like, they win games, they lose games, and they just lose loads of games in a row. So we'll see what happens with Spurs. But yeah, overall though, fantastic win, and that will give them some confidence going into this game. So that is why I've got Spurs to beat Forest, a very comfortable 2-0, and I think it'd be the end of Steve Cooper's run as Nottingham Forest boss. Next up we have Bournemouth versus Luton. That is right, man. Bournemouth beat Man United 3-0 at the weekend, you know. A fantastic win, okay. So now, because of that win, Bournemouth now sit in 14th place, and listen to this. They have, in their last 5 games, they have won 4 and drew 1. Before all this happened, Bournemouth manager was about to get sacked. Obviously, poor results. But somehow, he has turned it around, okay, and he has somehow got them in 14th place on a 5-game unbeaten streak. So, fair play to him, man. Fair play to the Bournemouth lads. You know what? They are looking at a different side to last season, okay? So, all you can say is well done, man. But anyway, they're up against Luton Town, man. They went 1-0 up. That is right, they went 1-0 up against Man City, you know. I know I watched that game and I thought, damn, come on Luton, get this goddamn win, okay? But yes, like always, Luton just fail to keep hold of that lead. Yes, it is against Man City and stuff like that, but you need to keep hold of the win. You need to keep hold of the result, okay? And somehow in the last 3 or 4 games they've gone ahead but just not kept the score. So so Luton have a bit of a problem of letting in goals once they've scored, and that's their biggest issue this season, okay? And they're up against a very informed Bournemouth, so I can only see this game going one way. So just on that alone, the way Bournemouth are right now, I do have this game as another Bournemouth win. That is why I've got Bournemouth to beat Luton 2-0. Next up we have Chelsea versus Sheffield United. That is right, Chelsea lost 2-0 to Everton at the weekend, and again, they now sit in 11th place, man. And you know what? Chelsea are such a strange side, man. Yeah, and again, I've heard right now that Pochettino, I said to the chairman that he wants more signings in Jan. So somehow, if Chelsea do not get some sort of like fine or a ban, because the amount of players they've signed in the last year and a half, it has been a joke. And like I say to you guys, I said to you at the start of the season, Chelsea's problem is to sign too many world-class performers, okay? But they do not know what it's like to fight for the club, okay? So that is my personal opinion, okay? And yeah, buying all these players, man, it unsettles the dressing room. And Pochettino saying that he wants to sign more players, man. That is not the answer. The answer is keep the players you've got and try and build something. But we'll see what happens with that one, man. But yeah, Chelsea again with a very poor result, and it's turned out to be a very poor season yet again. They're up against Sheffield United, man, who beat Brentford 1-0. You know what? A fantastic win, man. I did not see this result coming. So Chris Wilder, guys. Chris Wilder, he comes back in the squad, okay? He comes back into the squad as manager, and he gets his first win after 2 games. So you know what? maybe this was the right thing to do. We shall see what happens. But overall, beat Brentford 1-0. It's a pretty good result. So fair play to Sheffield United right there. But I don't know why I keep backing Chelsea for these wins, okay? It's just not happening. But I will go for another Chelsea win. Maybe this will be the last time. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I do go for a Chelsea win, guys. I do have Chelsea to beat Sheffield United 2-1. Next up, we have Man City versus Crystal Palace. Man City only just beat Luton Town 2-1, okay, with a Jack Grealish goal to win the game. But again, I said to you last week as well that Man City don't look focused enough, okay, and I think that's probably one of the issues they're having this season. And right now, as I'm talking to you right now, Kevin De Bruyne, the best midfielder in the Premier League. That is right, guys, I've said it. He is the best midfielder in the Premier League when he is fit, okay. He is back training with the squad, and that is such a huge boost, okay. And I've heard Haaland is injured still, train for their Champions League game for Wednesday night. So we'll see what happens. But overall, yeah, didn't look that great to be fair against Luton. Luton played quite well, so yeah, Man City need a recharge. But anyway, they're up against Crystal Palace, who lost 2-1. Look at my hair, man. It's everywhere. They lost. Palace lost 2-1 to Liverpool, okay, and in their last 5 games right now, they have lost 4, drew 1. So Palace's form right now is not good, and they're up against Man City, so this game could be another loss. I do have this game, guys, to end as a Man City win. That's why I got Man City to beat Palace 3-1. Next up, we have Newcastle versus Fulham. Newcastle lost 4-1 to Spurs at the weekend. That is now on a 2-game losing streak, okay. So Newcastle are hitting a bit of form right now where they can't get results. So I do believe the Champions League is causing a bit of problems for them, and they've lost badly twice in a row now. So Newcastle need to hit a bit of form. But guess what? They're up against a very in-form Fulham. That is right. Fulham beat West Ham 5-0. By the way, that is 2 5-0s in a row, okay. Fulham, they won 5-0 last week against Forest and won 5-0 against West Ham. So they've got a +10 goal difference just from them 2 games. So fair play to a man. Raul Jimenez is scoring goals. Willian looks good. Iwobi looks good. The whole team looks good, okay. And yeah, whatever Marcus Silva is feeding them in training, it is paying off big time. And you know what? This game could be a very good Fulham win. I do have Fulham, guys. That is right. I have Fulham to win this game. I can't believe I'm saying that. I have Fulham to beat Newcastle 2-0. Next up, we have Burnley versus Everton. This is 19th versus 17th. That is right, man. Burnley drew 1-0 to Brighton at the weekend. A fantastic point against a very good Brighton side, okay. So they're up against Everton, okay. So since their 10-point deduction, Everton have now won 3 in a row, okay. It's like this point deduction has like kicks them into action, sort of thing. It's like, you know, just, you know, like we'll stick together and we'll try our hardest, and that is what's happening, man. They've won 3 in a row right now, and they're still sitting 17th place. But if they keep winning games, man, they'll be out of it in no time. But yeah, this point deduction, I mean, it's hard, but I'm saying like this point deduction might be a good thing that's happened to Everton, because now, so like I say, since this happened, they've won 3 in a row. So that's all you can ask for, really, to bounce back after a very disappointing deduction. And that is what's happened. So fair play to Sean Dyche and the lads, and yeah, see what happens in this game. Just on that alone, I do have Everton to win this game. That's right, I got Everton to beat Burnley 2-1. Next up, we have Arsenal versus Brighton, okay. So Arsenal lost 1-0 to their title contenders, Aston Villa. Okay, we'll get on to Aston Villa soon. But yeah, they lost 1-0 to Aston Villa. That loss now puts them in 2nd place in the Premier League. So yes, after 1 week they were buzzing, you know, high in the sky in the Premier League, but now they sit in 2nd place to a poor loss against their title contenders Aston Villa. So yeah, so Arsenal need to bounce back this weekend, but they're up against Brighton. You know what, Brighton, man, they drew 1-1 to Burnley at the weekend, so not a great point for Brighton, okay, but Brighton always give good teams a good match. So see how this one plays out. But yeah, Arsenal will want to bounce back this weekend. So I just can't decide who's going to win this game, so I put this game down as a draw. That is right, I got this game, guys, to end as a 1-1 draw. Next up, we have Brentford versus Aston Villa. That is right, man. Brentford lost 1-0 to the bottom of the Premier League team, Sheffield United, okay. So yeah, a quite a poor loss for Brentford right there. Brentford's last 5 games, it is not great, okay. They have played 5, lost 4, won 1. So yeah, Brentford are hitting a bit of a stale spot right now and they need to get out of it. But they're up against a very good Aston Villa side. That is right, man. Aston Villa were a fantastic win against Arsenal at the weekend, 1-0, okay. Yeah, you know what, they beat Man City 1-0 and beat Arsenal 1-0. If you beat the title contenders near you, then you've got a great chance of winning. So yeah, man, so great point, another great win for Aston Villa right there. So Villa, man, they sit in 3rd place right now, 2 points away from first. So because I'm a Leicester fan, guys, obviously see Aston Villa, no, up top, it does get on my nerves a little bit. But you know what, I can't take anything away from them. They're in the last 5 games, they've won 4 and drew 1. So you know what, Villa deserve it, man, because they have played so well this season. So I can't really complain, to be fair. So just on that alone, I do have this game as an Aston Villa win. That is why I got Aston Villa to beat Brentford 3-1. Next up, we have West Ham versus Wolves, man. West Ham lost 5-0 to Fulham at the weekend, that London derby game, okay. So Fulham beat them 5-0, a fantastic win for Fulham, but we got onto that earlier. So West Ham, man, West Ham need to bounce back this weekend. I said to you start of the season that West Ham are lacking a bit of a striker, okay. Obviously Antonio getting old now, Danny Ings, I don't know about him, and I just believe West Ham in the Jan transfer window, when it opens in Jan, they need to sign a new striker, because yeah, that is their probably only issue they have this season. And David Moyes has even said it to the chairman that he needs a new striker. They're up against Wolves, okay. They drew 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. Yes, they should probably beat Nottingham Forest, but overall though, still a good point. Wolves still sit in 13th place. You know what though, like I say, they're having a good season, and when they get Neto back, they should hopefully have a much better season, if that makes sense. So, I don't know, I think West Ham will bounce back this weekend. That is right, guys. That is why I got this game to end as a draw. I do believe West Ham will come out a bit better than they did against Fulham. So that is why I got this game, guys, to end as a 1-1 draw. We are down to the last game of this weekend, guys. This game will be a game of the weekend. It's Liverpool versus Man United. That is right, man. Liverpool beat Palace 2-1. Now, that puts them top of the Premier League, okay. So, yeah, Liverpool are right now in the driving seat, okay. And you know what? I wouldn't be mad to see Liverpool win the title again. You know what? Someone else needs to win it. And Liverpool have had a rough couple of seasons. So, you know what? That would be nice to see Liverpool win it again this season. But anyway, yes, they sit top of the league. It's all in their hands to play for now. They just need to keep winning games and get the results, and they should hopefully win the Premier League. But anyway, they're up against Man United, who lost 3-0 to Bournemouth, okay. They got booed off the pitch, man. They got booed off the pitch, again, by their own fans, okay. And a lot of people are saying Ten Hag needs to go, but I don't know, man. Man United don't give managers time. Yes, he's had quite enough time now, but I say give him one more season. Ten Hag needs to rebuild the squad, because when you look at squads, guys, like the top 6, Man United probably have one of the worst top 6 squads they've had in years, okay. Their squad is not it's not world class, is it, to be fair now. You know, they need a massive rebuild, okay. And they also lost to Bayern Munich at the Tuesday night in the Champions League, which ends their European journey in the Champions League and also the Europa League. So Man United now have a bit of a break in between weeks now to prepare themselves for the Premier League. But yeah, man, I don't know. Man United, give them time, they should come strong, but their squad needs rebuilding, man. But anyway, I do believe, guys, Liverpool will walk through this game. That is right. I'm going to say a massive win for Liverpool right here. I'm going to say Liverpool to beat Man United 3-0. That is right, man. I can't even saying that, but what mark my words, it will be a big scoreline. And there we have it then, guys. That is my Premier League Game Week 17 predictions. If you agree with any of my decisions, let me know down below in the comments. And yeah, man, it's getting near Christmas, man. If you're excited, let me know down below as well. But yeah, like I say, comment down below if you agree with any of my decisions. And yeah, some big games this weekend. And yeah, you know what? You know, Leicester aren't in the Premier League. I still watch the Premier League every time the matches are on telly, you know, because the Premier League is the best league in the world, and I stick by that. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week for a brand new video. Good, and good night.